Hey everybody, so today I want to talk a little bit about Milo Yiannopoulos. So a lot of people haven't really talked about him lately, and I think that's basically because he's irrelevant. And I kind of want to get into why he's irrelevant in this video, why he's failing, why his supporters are leaving him in droves. So a lot of people attribute this to February of 2017, the whole age of consent thing, where he made a few weird remarks and all that. But a lot of his supporters, I think, stuck with him through that. So I don't think that's it. I think it's something else entirely. I think it's several reasons. And one of them, I think, a big part of it is Donald Trump. So Donald Trump in the primaries, in the general election, talked about how he would champion going after the military-industrial complex, not listening to their BS, staying out of foreign wars, talking very bluntly about immigration, about trade, and his supporters really liked that. A lot of Milo Yiannopoulos' traditional supporters really liked that stuff. That's why they liked Trump, that's why they liked Milo. However, ever since Donald Trump was elected, his traditional supporters have been going away from him. They've been leaving him, going to other alternative movements, other alternative candidates, etc. And that's because Donald Trump, ever since he was elected, has proven to be a complete shill of the military-industrial complex, just like every other president that we've had. He has not been that serious with regards to immigration like we thought, like with regards to trade like we thought. Even though he did some good things with TPP, we're still not getting out of NAFTA, etc. So people are pretty pissed at him for those reasons. However, Milo Yiannopoulos, throughout all of this, has been a complete Trump cheerleader ever since Trump was elected, has been there with them through everything, has cheerleaded him through all of this crap, even when Donald Trump is completely going against what he said in the general election and in the primaries. Milo Yiannopoulos has been with him throughout all of that, and that's really making a lot of Milo Yiannopoulos' supporters go away from him and go over to other people and people who are more serious and not Trump cheerleaders like Ben Shapiro and Milo. And another aspect of this following that is Islam. A lot of people now, well, Milo Yiannopoulos, his shtick has been feminism is cancer, Islam is cancer, etc. He says that on stage. But a lot of people really don't think that anymore. A lot of people aren't sitting around talking about the Quran and what we can do and the Islamic ideology, and no one's doing that anymore because people are now realizing that the problem isn't Islam. It's not Muslims, it's not Islam, it's something else entirely. The problem and the root issue is so much larger than just Islam. Islam is not the root problem. And a lot of his supporters are realizing that. However, Milo Yiannopoulos, to this day, still talks about Islam, 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 Islam. You look at any one of his videos, Islam, Islam, Islam. Like, no one cares anymore. People have moved on. But Milo Yiannopoulos is still going on about that. And it's really all about Zionism. The problem isn't about Islam. It's Zionism. It's always been Zionism, and that's exactly what Milo Yiannopoulos' traditional supporters are now realizing. The problem is Zionism, not Islam. And the problem is Milo Yiannopoulos is one of the biggest Zionists out there. Next to Ben Shapiro, Milo Yiannopoulos is through and through 100% for Israel, for Israel's crimes. Any single time that Israel does something atrocious, Milo Yiannopoulos is right there to defend it and to spit in the face of Palestinians. However, his traditional supporters are moving away from supporting Israel. They're moving away from that, and they're moving towards the Palestinian cause. And his traditional supporters are now becoming very sympathetic towards Palestinians and towards the marginalized Muslim and Gentile communities in the Middle East. And it's just so obvious when you look at even the mainstream news and the mainstream narratives, you can tell it's all Zionist bullshit. His supporters know this, and that's why they look at Milo Yiannopoulos now and they go, how could I ever support this person? He's a total Zionist shill. That's why his supporters are really leaving him. And you look at Milo Yiannopoulos' videos back in, say, 2016, hundreds of thousands of views. Every single one of them, millions of views. You look at his videos now, tens of thousands, thousands of views. He's already had to fire, like, everyone on his team because the people funding him went away. And it's really a downhill spiral, and that's because people, the alternative media community, and people focused on alternative movements like Milo Yiannopoulos are moving completely away from Zionism. And can't even say his name, Milo Yiannopoulos is one of the biggest Zionists right now. So anyways, that's all I had to say about Milo Yiannopoulos, but in traditional Milo form, Milo Yiannopoulos is cancer. Thank you very much. See you later.